Hey up everyone, welcome to the Rugby League History channel. I hope you're all well on this Monday. Tonight I'm going to be doing my round 19 tips for the 2020 NRL season. I got 7 out of 8 last week, only New Zealand let me down, so let's get into this week's tips. Only 2 weeks to go to the finals. I'm sure all of you are excited out there to watch the finals. So the first match comes to us on Thursday night, and it's being played at ANZ Stadium, and it's between South Sydney and Canterbury Bankstown. South had that Navy win over West last week. They made it harder than what it really should have been. They let West get back into the game. And Canterbury Bankstown, I think they blew their last chance to avoid the wooden spoon when they lost to Manly. For this match, I'm going to go South to win 13 plus. I think South are going to win this match well. It's going to take a miracle now for Canterbury to avoid the wooden spoon, and they play Penrith the week after South, and I don't see them beating Penrith either. On Friday night, the first game is North Queensland up against Penrith, and this match has been played at the Queensland Country Bank Stadium in Townsville. North Queensland had that loss against Melbourne on Sunday, and Penrith defeated Parramatta. And you can pretty much see that they've won the minor premiership, but they just need to win one more match. For this match, I'm going to go for Penrith to win. I think they're going to win quite comfortably. North Queensland's been disappointing all year. The last couple of weeks have been a bit better, but I just don't think that they'll beat Penrith, and I think Penrith will win and clean the minor premiership in Townsville. The next game is on Friday night, and it's the main game on the Friday. It's Parramatta up against Brisbane. This match has been played at the Western Sydney Stadium, or Bankwest Stadium. Parramatta had that disappointing loss against Penrith last week, and Brisbane, they had a chance to avoid the wooden spoon, you could see, by defeating the Gold Coast, but they couldn't do that, and now they find themselves in a situation where they're looking over their shoulder. For this match, I'm going to go for Parramatta to win. I think we're going to win 1-12. Brisbane's going to turn up, I think. The last time that they played at Western Sydney Stadium was when we beat them 58-0 in the elimination final. So they'll have bad memories of that day, and I'm pretty sure they'll want to go out there and try to erase that. The first match on the Super Saturday sees Manly Warringah up against the Gold Coast. This match has been played at Brookfield Oval. Manly finally got a win last week against Canterbury. And the Gold Coast, they're going for 4 in a row in this match. They beat Brisbane last week, as I just mentioned. For this match, I'm going to go for the Gold Coast to win. I think that they're in a bit of form at the moment. And as I said, they're going for 4 in a row. And they're playing against a Manly team that's down in confidence, you can see. So I'm going to go for the Gold Coast. The next match on Super Saturday sees Melbourne up against West Tigers. And this match has been played at the Sunshine Coast Stadium. Melbourne beat North Queensland last week quite comfortably, and West nearly come back from behind to beat South. But for this game, I'm going to go for Melbourne. I think they're going to be too strong for obvious reasons. The final match to close out Super Saturday is Eastern Suburbs up against Cronulla Sunderland. This match has been played at the Sydney Cricket Ground, the Old Lady. As we all know, Eastern Suburbs had that big win over Newcastle last week, quite impressive, and Cronulla, they ensured that they'd be playing finals after beating New Zealand at Canberra Oval. For this game, I'm going to go for Eastern Suburbs to win. I think they're going to win 19 plus. I think they're going to come out like they did against Newcastle, and they're going to put on a show against Cronulla on Saturday night. The first match on Sunday sees Canberra up against New Zealand. This match has been played at Bruce Stadium. New Zealand, their season's over. They've only got 2 games to go after losing against Cronulla. And Canberra, they had a comfortable win over St George. For this game, I'm going to go for Canberra to win. I think they're going to win between 1-12 points. New Zealand are going to try once again, but I think Canberra's going to have a bit too much for them. And my final game, the final game of round 19 is Newcastle up against St George. This match has been played at Marathon Stadium up in Newcastle. A lot's been said of Newcastle over the last week or so because they rested a couple of players, and they were belted against Eastern Suburbs. They were never really in that game. And St George, they had another disappointing loss against Canberra. They were kind of in it early and they gave it a go, but in the end they weren't good enough. For this game, I'm going to go for Newcastle win. I think the resting of players was a bit of a bad thing for Newcastle, and you can see that the coach wasn't particularly happy with their performance against East, and I think most of the players that were rested and other people will be back on deck against St George, and I'm going to go for Newcastle to beat St George. So that's my tips for round 9 of the 2020 NRL season. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, click that like button and make sure that you subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell if you're enjoying the videos. And I'll catch you all later in the next video. Alright, ta-ra.